Did you know the Sioux Falls School District offers roughly 30 advanced placement courses for high school students in every grade level? AP classes are offered to students who wish to challenge themselves with rigorous, college-level work. There are a variety of AP class options available in almost every subject area imaginable, so there's sure to be a class offered in whatever you may be interested in.
AP Human Geography, Chemistry, Physics 1, World History, and Macroeconomics.
So, what makes an AP class different than a regular class?
I think it's meant for students to think outside the box. It makes you think like a whole different way.
It really depends on the class. The teachers get to pick how they structure it. They're usually very organized. You have like a set schedule, you know when you're going to be learning what. There's a lot of diversity. With my science classes, for example, like we have lectures and labs for every single unit or concept that we learn. But for history classes, for example, they structure it based on time period. So whatever you're learning about, you always do like a project maybe, and there's a lot more content, a lot more work. There's a lot of variety.
Well, AP classes, it's like they still teach you stuff, but some of the stuff you have to infer. It's not like everything's not handed to you. It's more deeper thinking.
They look good on your college transcript.
So why should you take an AP class? Here's a short list from current AP students of why you should take an AP class or two. AP classes offer a low risk with a high reward.
Because like my accelerated chemistry teacher told me, in high school there's like a chance you can take like a lot of classes, and like if you decide to like jam a bunch of AP classes in there, the worst that could happen is maybe you get like a B or a C. So like it's not that much of a risk.
AP classes teaches you how to learn things in a different way.
I think one of the main goals of an AP course is to prepare students for college. The workload, I mean, it's not like I have hours and hours of homework every day with my AP classes, but over the year, just learning how to stay on task and keep up with your work, and then preparing yourself how to like approach questions or concepts, stuff that you wouldn't normally know how to do on the spot. I think it helps you be open to anything.
AP classes prepare you for post-secondary, which could ultimately save you time and money in the long run.
I'd have to say it's definitely helped me prepare for more of that college-ready like workload and having to make sure that things are up to that college-ready standard. I feel like as an AP class, we do have a lot more work and we have more designated homework, versus my other classes, like you have homework if you don't finish your stuff in class. This year it's like, oh, you didn't finish your stuff and you have this assignment. So it just kind of helps me better prepare for a workload that I'm going to have in college, or having to put myself up to a higher standard to make sure I'm getting that grade that I desire.
Money-wise, like if you take AP classes now and then do well, and then you can be exempted from some classes, save some money, time.
Well, since I'm gonna go through a lot of years of college, I'd probably tell myself that it'd benefit me in the long run, since let's say I'm being compared like to another unknown student, but then this AP class like just sets me apart.
AP classes offer a challenge for high school students.
AP classes are challenging, but they give you a more in-depth learning experience.
In my freshman year, I only took one AP course, and the rest of my classes were very easy. I decided that I wanted more of a challenge in my high school life. Easy classes are fine, but I feel like it'd be kind of wasting my education if I didn't challenge myself more.
I guess if you compare it to hiking, it could be like hiking like a very steep mountain, and then once you're at the top, or while you're at it, like climbing it, you'll probably think, oh, I'm never gonna do this again. Or you might enjoy it, but once you're at the top, you'll know that you reached like the summit of the peak and you're done, but you might have like a second wind, you might wanna do another one. So just the sense of accomplishment that you have.
AP classes allow you to meet new people, think differently, and leave you with unforgettable memories.
Taking AP 2D art and design is probably my favorite memory, just because of the artists I met in the class and the friendships I made, because it was a relatively small class, and so all of these different artists were gathered together to really connect each other in forms of different art.
So who exactly is an AP class right for? You might be asking yourself right now, how do I know if I would be a good fit? Well, the truth is, an AP class is right for anyone and everyone.
If you think about AP classes and you think, oh wow, like those are like the smart people classes, you know, you go there and you're gonna be surrounded by people who are intellectually higher level than you are. And then you go in and then you see, you know, there's a bunch of different people in there, you know, you have those really smart people and yes, you can learn a lot from them, but then you also have those people that are just like trying to challenge themselves and deviate from, you know, the norm, and it's like fun to see like how everyone interacts and how much you can actually learn in an AP class.
A lot of people might think like, oh, it's an AP class, so it's probably meant for like those smart students, the ones who are always getting A's and things like that. But for an AP class, to me, it's for someone who wants to push themselves to do better, who just wants the opportunity to be able to strive somewhere where they maybe haven't been able to before and held themselves to that higher standard, like I was saying.